References? Yeah. Am I going to tell you? No. For those that got that reference, you did. If you didn't, I don't know, find the reference. Top of the charts, like Top of the Pops. Might have just given you a hint right there with that. For those in the early 2000s would get that reference. In the UK, everyone else not. I love making specific references that just are specific to one specific country, unless you get Top of the Pops. There you go, I spoiled it for you. Lumitrix is fascinated by most mortals, blah, blah, blah. Tower-based thing. Look, I've played some like indie games, some other types of mobile games. That game that we're not going to mention, unless for whatever reason they go, Rich, do you want to sponsor? And I go, yeah, is that? They've got a tower-based situation, a tower-based game mode. Is this a tower-based game mode? Kinda, in that it's got the name of tower. It's just not, even someone on the live stream in the chat like joked to say like, well, it's not technically a tower. You're not climbing upwards. You're actually kind of like more going sidewards, if anything. So, yeah. This starts on November 12th, which is in how many weeks' time? That's in, yeah, it's a week on Wednesday. So I think like the event, maybe the new event quest is going to be the like more kind of like releasing stuff then. Use golden records to enter the quest at your desired threat level. Gain first 3 golden records from in-game mail. The thing that always kind of like concerns me about this is like, do you start back at the beginning again? We're going to have a look at the footage in a minute, and maybe we'll just jump to that now. So look, in the command live stream, they said the focus is mainly on speed, and these are vanilla fights. Now, I like that. That's one really cool aspect. Right there is the unlock gate key situation. So those golden tokens in order to enter. And yes, you can see they're very much kind of, the quest is very sideways in kind of like execution from this, as opposed to it being more of a tower, because you kind of go like, what? Incursions is more of a tower. How do they get this wrong on kind of like map like thing? Yeah, I mean, the concept is speed, right? And the stopping point, because there's going to come a point where can you access this at the same time as other questing? I'm going to go with yes, because if it wasn't like this, it'd be absolutely stupid. Because you'd be like, oh, I'll do like, I'll play today, or maybe I don't. Or is there like Kabam are trying to say, yeah, we want you to actually do this. As like solo raids, they want you to actually do it, rather than saying there's a stopping point. Because you go to like the choice node and you're like, oh, I'll choose new champion and whatnot. Or do you reach a stopping point of like, well, I can't kind of go any further than this. So like you're KO'd and like, oh, do I stop there or something? Is that kind of like how this actually kind of like works or not works for this? So back to the details, of course. The devil is in the details. You'll be restricted to a team with one Saga champion, which will be okay, Saga champions, right? Not every champion. It's a Saga-based thing. Fights will be on a strict timer special, and SP3s will be deactivated for both the attacker and defender. That's good because that really helps out with the aggressive nature of play, because it is an aggressive mode to do. Losing, quitting, or running out of time in a fight will reset health or both attacker and defender, meaning it'll be fair fight for next try. Rewards are granted at the end of the map. Mysterium is earned in each time. However, more is earned on a first-time completion. So you are encouraged to take on a new map rather than repeat one you've completed. Okay, right. That's interesting. No solo objectives or events to worry about. Just push on and win more fights. Take on all quests and earn rewards. And this is the breakdown of the rewards. I think I've got this kind of like in a way that we can see. No, it's not. I'm going to have to kind of like figure out the best way to kind of like visually get this in to kind of like read everything. So, rewards. The act in general, threat level 1. Let's go down to threat level 5. That's the Valiant one, isn't it? The more spicy one. No, there's no threat level 6. So it's threat level 5. So for the act, you get Titan Hero Shards, 3,000. 6-star Relic Shards, 2,500. And 7-star Awakening Gem Shards, 2000. Then as we go down, tier 4 alpha, yep. Tier 7 basic fragments, yep. I mean, it's not. I guess it's all about like the chapters of like the level of spice. Like there's how many quests? There's a lot of quests. There's 8 quests. But there's at the start some weird thing about chapters. Maybe a certain amount of quests within the chapters. And the chapters, it kind of operates more like an act kind of like thing, like a story mode ish with it. And of course the volume of Mysterium is then found to the side. I'm still, I wouldn't say like there's nothing against it. Oh yeah, and you get Open Founders Wars Saga Crystal. I do want to in this video, maybe towards the end, just have a quick look at the Deadpool event, unless there's something. It's going to be it's a Rift thing, for God's sake. Actually, no details on rewards, so back to the topic of the video. So the thing that always confuses me about this event is how far does it go? What are you effectively required to do in all of this? Because you look here and you're like, okay, well, we go through to our Black Panther in this particular quest, but it goes a little bit on how many fights. That's another question. Fights, like there's 1, 2, 3 there. You must select on here where my mouse is. I'll just put a red arrow where I'm referring to there, and then go up to like past where the units are here. So I'm a bit kind of like, yeah, like there's another fight there. Is that how many fights you do? 1, 2, 3, 4? No. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, 5 fights maybe in total in this tower mode. But I tell you what, my takeaways from this particular event prior to actually kind of launching in game is I actually like the idea of it. The main thing that I love the idea of it is it's not overly complex. I think Kabam even said the way that you kind of like do it to kind of like build up, and I'm just have to like refer back to my notes of this one, is that you would just do an intercept and you're building up what seems to be like a fury type passive thing, or it's like, yeah, it's a very vanilla type fight. Actually, if we go back to the nodes, we can actually see it. So here it is right here. Here's the detail. So first of all, empowering feats, intercept. This is where you get your 20% attack rating. So you can max stack that for 10. So 10 times 20%, 200%. That's easy. That's easy to do and replicate. It's just making sure that you're kind of aggressive with your rotations. And Kabam said here, pausing does not pause the timer. If you fail to defeat the defender in time, both the attacker and the defender will be reset to full health on your next attempt. SP3 is not enabled on the defender. So you've got to work fast. And is that the optimum rotation? But also, does it mean that there's a lot of bias then on the champions that have the ability to do a lot of damage in a very short space of time? And yeah, okay, you could say, well, that's why you do the that's why you do the most difficult one with the biggest champions, or you do smaller, you do like threat level 4 with 7-star rank 4s. You're going to do like the best, Rich. Yes, you're right. You're absolutely 100% right. But of course, with a lot of stuff when it comes to content, you want to get it done. So I am actually really looking forward to this. And I might even do like some top champions I think would be kind of like the better options. Not better options, because obviously Arnim Zola is a great option as a Founders War Saga champion. I'm actually a little concerned about my Saga-based roster at the moment. I've got to up it, and I've got to up it quickly because it is not actually substantial enough. And Gentle, I think, could be a very good option on ramp and rotation. Baron Zemo, 100%. That is a next rank 3 7-star for me. North Star on the ramp. Actually, North Star requires special attack. Well, you could be able to get a sneaky smash through. If not, Arnim Zola could be the meta. I'm not going to write off Cassie Lang. No, not Cassie Lang. Cassandra Nova, Bastion, maybe even Patriot on a good rotation. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to have to think about some ranking up. I really am with this. And I do think doing a little bit of a stopwatch training in something like Realm of Legends could be a good chance to actually kind of like test out now, because I think we get like there's a bit of a reveal of like the health pools. So you could test yourself out on like the level of damage you're doing in a short space of time. So like on here, if it's pauses in the right time, when this goes to Black Panther, it cut it. Damn you, Karate Mike. It cut it just before you kind of learn the health pools, because that would be cool to kind of go like, well, how much health do you have? Actually, is it in the Ultron clip? It might be in the yeah, there we go. At least there's something there. Like you got to do maybe 200k. No, because that's a lower one, isn't it? That's a lower threat level using a 4-star against a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, it could be. That could be the health pools. Like if you have to basically do this and go like, can I get 300k damage, 200, 300k damage in 1 minute? And what's the kind of best rotation to do that? So yeah, food for thought, I think, for like the ideas around approach to this. I am actually, as I said, I'm looking forward to this because I think that it's fair. If you mess up, you get to reset, you get another try. Where my issue will probably be with this is kind of understanding how grindy it is. And that's my only kind of like hesitation. I've got high hopes for this, I really do. So I'm positive for next week or the week after when this drops. Thank you very much for watching this video. What are your thoughts on the new tower game mode? Do you think that it's kind of like it isn't as good? Do you think that it looks good? Are you waiting to see when it drops in the next couple of weeks? What are your thoughts on the matter? Put it in the comments. I'll see you soon. See you in the next one. Bye.